Hey Kentucky, it's Maggie Davis, and I'm out here at the Bell to check in with this year's UK soccer team. It's cold and it's snowy, but they're in the middle of a historic season. They have the chance to go to the Elite Eight this weekend for the first time in school history, and they might even let me do these interviews inside.
This summer was one for the NBA history books, with more players than ever before switching teams through trades or free agency.
How does it feel to get the season started at home with a win over an SEC team and in front of this home crowd?
It was huge.
So what you want to do is you want to try and relax. Even if you have to bring your head down, that's okay. You just want to relax. You don't want to use
I'm not good at that.
I know. I understand.
Well, as you can see, I didn't do quite well enough to make it on the team, but Coach says I can come back to practice tomorrow, keep working, and maybe I'll be ready for Tokyo 2020. Or maybe Paris 2024.
Well, this is the most high-energy media day I have ever been to. This team is loud, they have big personalities, and they've got a lot of potential. Also a big week for the UK women's basketball team, who pulled out a win over the Georgia Bulldogs on senior night. 5 Wildcats played their last game in Memorial Coliseum, but they are not done yet.
You saw that first California bill come out. What was your initial reaction?
I was just so sick.
Luck has had plenty of exposure to the injury bug throughout his career with the Colts. He missed all of 2017 with a shoulder injury, he sat out one game in 2016 with a concussion, and he missed most of the 2015 season with a lacerated kidney and shoulder injury.
You're a student, I'm a student, finals are finally over. What does it mean that you get to finally just focus on football?
It's top plays time.
Top plays, let's do it.
Number 7, it's Little League Softball World Series Championship time. Louisiana's Kayla Giardina tracks the ball with her glove, makes the throw from the mound. Once again, you do not have to stand up to make it on top plays. Look at this. Wow. From the ground, throws it right to first base. She's out of there. Again, more from this game in just a little bit.
Yeah, they're not even playing their best basketball yet.
Right, and there's not that consistent three-point sharpshooter at this time, so to sort of spread it out amongst 3 guards, I think is the way to go.
Absolutely.
What's up, BBN? It's Maggie Davis here with your weekly roundup presented by KSR. Now, I'm inside Rep Arena, but the story of the week was actually on the football field. We were all on Vince Marrow watch. Will he stay or is he leaving? Eventually, it took a few days, but the big dog decided to stay in Lexington. Thank goodness. He celebrated by coming to the basketball game on Saturday afternoon, and he even met with the media. Sticking with football, let's throw it all the way back to Sunday night when Austin McGinnis made headlines with the XFL's first game of the season with the Dallas Renegades. He scored all 9 of their points. He had Hal Mummy and Bob Stoops on the sidelines, but they couldn't get in the end zone. Didn't win the game, but hey, Austin McGinnis, you're still the GOAT. Sticking with former Cats, let's check out the NBA. Malik Monk got himself on a poster. Bam Adebayo continued to make waves. Devin Booker became an all-star, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist found a new home. All right, let's talk hoops. First, the Cats got a good win on the road against Vandy down in Nashville. Big comeback, down 14 to win by 14, which was weird. Then again on Saturday, it was a hard-fought win for the Wildcats over Ole Miss, this time inside Rep Arena. As always, we have all of your post-game analysis on KentuckySportsRadio.com, so check that out. The 2 wins really could count as late birthday presents for Coach Cal, couldn't they? We don't know if Ellen made him any brownies, but he did get a birthday cake from the team, so that was nice. And his roommate gave him the shout out on Instagram. Keon Brooks thinks she's pretty cool too. In our hottest debates of the week, should Rick Pitino get honored right here in Rep Arena like Bobby Knight did in Indiana? And do you know any other words with a silent R in the middle like Jamal Baker's name? Let us know in the comments. That's all we have for this week. I'm Maggie Davis with your BBN KSR Roundup. Have a good one. Are you all big Kentucky fans?
Yeah.
Yes. What about you? Are you a big UK fan? Can you give us a Go Cats?
Go Cat!
How excited are you to be here today?
Really excited. This is my first time being here.
Your first time in Rep Arena?
Yeah.
What are you most excited to see? Before Excite Night really got going, we sort of walked around, talked to some fans, met a lot of little girls who look up to you all so much. What does it mean to know that you have so many fans out there in the BBN who look up to you like that?
It means the world to us.
We're heading back to camp, and please tell me you remembered your bug spray. That is important because the mosquito bites in Indianapolis, they're nasty. So is the injury bug. Once again, it's taken a liking to Andrew Luck. The Colts QB is already dealing with a left calf injury, and now you can add an ankle injury to that list. He missed all but 3 training camp practices, and now there are questions about his availability for the first game of the regular season.
You all have been doubted all season, and once again the experts are picking against you guys and going with Penn State. Does that motivate you at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, Ryan Howard is this team's star. She's had 30 points in her last couple of games, or right there around that number. She's the key for the Cats, but they're a pretty well-rounded group, and that's something that they've struggled with the last few years. But if you look at the roster this season, I mean, first of all, this was the Cats' first loss of the season. You've got Ryan Howard, obviously playing well. You've got Jada Roper, Sabrina Haynes, Kiki McKenney, Tatiana Wyatt. They're all playing well, and that's going to be the key to the Cats' success this season. And I think they're poised to make a good run in the postseason this year.
Their physicality around the rim caused 24 Bronco turnovers, and the Cardinals scored 36 points off these mistakes. I'm here inside Memorial Coliseum, home of the University of Kentucky Wildcats, and this weekend, the home of the NCAA volleyball tournament. Leah Edmond has just been named SEC Player of the Year, of course, and this year she's a senior, so this will obviously be her last NCAA tournament. What has she meant to you and to this program?
I mean, Lexington's own, Leah, and she's meant so much to volleyball, not just Kentucky, but volleyball in the city. And
Gabby, of course, also brought home a big award, Co-Libero of the Year in the SEC. What does that mean for her and for the program to continue having those successful liberos here?
Yeah, it's such a huge position for us.
Hey Kentucky, it's Maggie Davis, and I'm here outside of Memorial Coliseum for the UK women's basketball team's Media Day. We'll get the chance to talk to Coach Matthew Mitchell as well as some of his players. Plus, we'll get an inside look at one of the team's first practices of the season. So let's go on in and check it out. You've had 20 practices so far this season. What's something that you can really take away from those 20 practices?
We don't give up. We've been down with our practice guys a good number of times, and we've always found our way back in the game. Like, this team is going to persevere through anything.
I think this is going to be one of those teams that people are just going to fall in love with and enjoy watching play this year.
You brought home a lot of awards and other accomplishments last year. What's something that you want to bring home this year?
Leading my team to a SC championship and further. I want to be Player of the Year, and I think I can do that.
Coach mentioned this is a team that's going to be able to hustle, really move the ball quickly up and down the floor, possibly even play up to 4 or 5 guards at a time. Is that something you're excited about, that sort of fast style of play?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, having a dynamic team like that, it's hard to guard. And so if you have 4 guards on, like, their post isn't going to be able to guard, say, if Ryan goes to the 4, if they move me to the 4, anything like that. And, fast-paced offense, that's the name of the game.
Oh, I love it. Getting up and down, wearing our opponents down until they just physically can't go anymore. I love seeing the time from the start of the game where they have all the energy to, like, get to the second half and they're like on their knees, tugging their jerseys, asking for so. I love all that. Even our practice guys, we start laughing like, "Oh, you tired?" We're just getting started.
This is the most high energy media day I have ever been to. This team is loud, they have big personalities, and they've got a lot of potential. All in all, this is a season the BBN should be excited about. The team's first exhibition game will be next Wednesday night against the University of Southern Indiana. So make sure you tune in or come out to Memorial Coliseum to cheer on your Cats. That's it for us. Back to you.